So in the previous video, I forgot to mention that your certificate can actually get revoked for your app and it's not going to be usable. So in case this happens, just go right back to my tutorial, uninstall the current Ipogo app that you have, and then just reinstall it and you should be good to go. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some more tips on how to really catch them all in the world of spoofing. The reason I'm doing this video is because the response on the previous video has been so great and I'm just really appreciative of it. So I'm going to reward you guys with a little bit more tips and tricks and just some simple stuff on how to improve your experience spoofing and that. So if you're coming to this video and you haven't watched the previous video, make sure to check that out. I have a card right up on the top of the screen. Check out that first. However, we'll go right into it. So as you can see on my screen, I'm somewhere in the middle of nowhere. You can see this. And that's because I was going to spoof for a 100 IV Squirtle. I successfully got the Squirtle, no problem. However, this brings up our first point. Or brings up our first technique, I'll say. So, when you go into your settings, as you can see, it's just this thing. And then you have settings more. Here's mine. I'll just scroll up and down so you can see. Make sure all of these are turned on. Now, I have noticed that some people prefer joystick point north, as well as some people prefer just the tapped walk. It doesn't matter. And then make sure you have all this other stuff, and then also with enhanced throw, make sure that you have excellent with curve and then AR expert health lure. Those are just some simple stuff. However, we're going to get right into it. So, first of all, if you want to catch a specific Pokemon, or you want to look for a concentration where there's a decent amount of those Pokemon, or a way higher amount than average, then you want to go to your Feeds tab, which is this one right here, and we're going to click into it. And as you can see, it brings up this thing. And in case you want just a Pokemon, you can just go here. And then if you want to search for a specific Pokemon, just drag down. And then let's say I want a... for the sake of this video, we'll just go with the Tentacruel. Or Tentacool, sorry. So we just search that up, it comes up, we just tap on it, and it says loading, loading. And as you can see, it'll locate a bunch of them near me, and you can see there's a ton near me, but for the purpose of this video, we are just going to do this, tap on this one, which I know is right next to me, and then we're going to tap auto walk. Just go for that, and it should work, and it's going to auto walk right to the Tentacruel. And I know this is a short distance, but I need to demonstrate more stuff throughout this video, so yeah. And as you can see, Tentacruel's right there. That kind of worked fine. So now I want to go over a few other things. So there's this tab here, the 100. It says an IV number, and then it basically has you can tap on one of these, and you can do a custom search too, like this. So you can do the name, the IV, the attacks, that stuff, and search for that specifically. However, for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to get into that. That'll take forever. However, the thing to remember with IVs is that if you have a level 30 account or plus, then you can do it. However, if you have a level 30 or level 29 or lower, then you're not going to be able to do this because the IV will be just simply inaccurate. So we can look into this. And you can see it has a huge list. And once again, if you want to filter that, you can filter it. I don't think there's anything I really particularly want, and for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to really pursue anything anyways. However, we will stay in this kind of general area, and I will just show you the raid first. So there's this raid thing where you can search up raids. It won't tell you an amount of people, but it will tell you what's there, the closest ones to you. So you can see there's a bunch of Houndooms around me. And then there's also an Ampharos raid, quite a few of those too. So if you want to go to those, you can teleport to those. Just be aware that you might not get people all the time, so it's a bargain. Alright, it's got multiple trade-offs is how I'll say it. Then going over to here, Nest is your other setting, and this one is really great. I love this one. So we'll actually do one of these for the purpose of this video. So we're going to tap on Eevee. And what you can see is it brings up these two locations. What a nest is, as a definition, is a nest is basically a place where they spawn. And it's like a bird's nest. There's always going to be a bunch of small birds at a bird's nest. So what we're going to do is we have two of these. I think one is in Vietnam, one is in Taiwan, I think. We'll just go to the one in Taiwan, and we're going to teleport. If it's like over 400 kilometers in distance, somewhere around that range, it's just insane. And I'll get into why later, but for the purpose of this, we're just going to teleport. And it's going to say, do you want to proceed? And there, we are good. So now, you can see, the Pokemon will take some time to load. That's kind of an issue with this, is that really this thing isn't perfect. It still takes time to load. However, while it's loading, I'm going to show you something. So see, if it spins, and then it gives you something or gives you an error message, like your item bag is full, and not like during cooldown or GPS location issue or something like that, then you are good. However, if you spin it and it just does nothing, like you see nothing, then you're on cooldown, and we'll get to this later. I don't know why I'm not on cooldown, but we'll still take it. So we're just gonna move over, see if I can find an Eevee just so I can show that this works. There's a lot of Chimchu. Oh, we might have not come at the right time. I'll just mention that. This is not a Chimchu nest. Just gotta move around a bit. And the nest is a little bit of has a decent range to it, so you can just kind of walk around. I am not getting any luck with this though. We'll just keep on walking around. See if we can find one. We can also check here. There's no Eevees here. Well, I can't really demonstrate with this. However, yeah, I've gone to this place before, and I caught probably around 20 to 30 Eevees within a 10-minute period. So this stuff is overpowered. And I'll try to go to one at the end just to demonstrate. I don't know why this one isn't working. I just want to show how much it works. So before we teleport again, I'd like to fix up a few other settings. So for speed, there is a few speeds you should keep aware of. The first and the best speed is 10.5, and this is measured in kilometers per hour. And this is because 10.5 kilometers per hour is just determined to be the best one for eggs and that stuff because it's not too fast and it's not too slow. However, the max speed that you can really go, yet will be slightly inconsistent, is 17.8. So in real life, 17.8 kilometers per hour is the max you can go before it registers into a car speed. However, when you spoof these, it's not constant 17.8. You're not always walking at exactly 17.8 kilometers per hour. You're walking more on kind of like a up and down kind of thing. So you might be walking at like 20.1 sometime, and then another time 13, then maybe like 20, and then 14, something like that. But the purpose is that keep it at 10.5. It might be slow, but you're gonna get the most kilometers off of your eggs, and then also off of your Pokemon. So you might be wondering, how do I get a specific Pokemon? Well, in the link below, or in the description below, there will be multiple links for Pokédex 100, which is a great source, and then also Pokemon Go coordinates. They're both great. I like Pokédex 100, but it's personal preference, honestly. So just see which one works. However, I'm going to show you the in-game method first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Pokemon, Feeds Pokemon, which you can access by doing this, tapping here, Feeds, and that'll bring it to you. Then from there, you're going to go to your feeds, and you can filter by generation like that. However, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go for 100 IV Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, there's a Flareon. I guess we'll just try that. Okay. So we're going to what we're going to do is we're going to teleport to this Flareon. Or actually, I'll show you how to snipe too. So this is presuming that you have a website, or presuming that you copied a link from like Pokédex 100 or something. What you're going to do is copy it, go into here, and then Keep in mind, you have to be level 30. I'm level 30, it's fine. And then press snipe, and then you're going to just take out the chords that you have previously, tap once, and then press paste. It'll snipe. It's going to tell you that there's a cooldown. So basically what this means is that for 36 minutes, I'm unable to catch anything, spin any Pokestops, or participate in any raids. And keep in mind, that is like the most important takeaway from right now. So I'll just demonstrate to show you that it really does matter. And I'll take one for the team by losing this Flareon, since I already have a better one. But we're just going to wait a bit. And as you can see, to demonstrate the cooldown, if I spin, nothing happens. I can keep on spinning. And you saw previously with the message that it said my item bag was full or you received items. Well, now you can see I can't receive anything. It just spins. You can obviously tell that something is wrong. But yeah, so as you can see, these chords work well. And if I look into this, because we enabled also the stats preview, which was somewhere before in this tutorial, you can see it is 100 IV indeed. However, watch this. In fact, I'll use up an Ultra Ball and a Pineapple Berry. And if you can see, so it's going to count as an excellent throw no matter what. So if I throw this, I do not need a spin or excellent curve or anything like that. I can just toss it straight forward, and this will work for every Pokemon. However, when I try to catch it, it's just going to flee. So watch this. I throw, and it says fled off the preview, but just watch it anyways. And you can see, broke out, and it fled. So if you're on cooldown, you are unable to catch Pokemon, unable to spin Pokestops, and fight in raids. So take that into consideration whenever you're doing that, and just be really cautious about it. However, one way that you can do this to prevent a cooldown is, let's go and find another chord. So we'll go to feeds, 100 IV, we'll just find the closest one. So as you can see, we have a Litleo that is 600 CP and is 100% IV. That's about 70 kilometers out, and it's a cooldown of 25 minutes displayed on the thing. We're just going to press the teleport function for here. It says the cooldown is 25 minutes. The cooldown will reset, I believe. So what you can do is you can just wait on it and wait for it to reset. So let's just tap OK, go in, and then it's going to teleport to a Litleo, but I'm going to go over some settings while this loads in. So map is one of them. So when you go to this map, you can see I'm somewhere in the middle of, I think, Japan, but Taiwan. So as you can see, I'm in Taiwan, and let's say I want to go to Kohu Township. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. However, we're going to go to the center of this, where you can see we're a bit out right now. So we're just going to press and hold for a few seconds, and then we can just press auto walk, and it'll walk to there. And as you can see, it's walking. And that's one way to start up a route. And there's our Litleo that load. That's not our Litleo. Okay, let's try to hit the Litleo this time. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the Litleo. I'm gonna try. Hopefully this works. Hopefully I can actually even reach the Litleo. Alright, there we go. There's that Weedle. Litleo should come up next. There we go. So now we're just going to zoom in to be 100% cautious. There we go. And as you can see, 100 IV, 611 CP, just as it said. However, if you want to catch it, what you're going to do is just wait on the screen. You can turn off your phone, tablet, whatever you have, and just let it go. Let this Pokemon just sit there. And what will end up happening is that it'll just let the cooldown go down, and then when you're ready to catch it, it'll basically just reset the cooldown and you'll be able to catch it freely. So that's just one technique you can use. However, we are going to bring up one of the most important features that I think really not many people know about. So going down here, you have your random route thing. Now, you can set a number Pokestops that you want for it to travel to, but what it's going to do is it's going to tell the character that you can move from blank Pokestop to blank Pokestop, and so on. And it'll go 30 times, a max of 30 times here. So just leave this as is. If you want to go for a really, really, really long time, like overnight or something, then you can go for like 400 or something crazy like that. But it doesn't matter. It's just kind of personal preference here. I'm going to just keep the default, and as you can see, it is going to just start walking to a Pokestop. When it hits it, it'll just reach another one and start walking over anyways. So, this is pretty much it. Just a quick overview is that you have the map function to place pins and teleport auto walk to certain areas. You have the speed function to adjust your speed. 10.5 kilometers is the best speed, but 17.8 or anything in that range between 10.5 and 7.8 is still acceptable. Then on top of that, you have your sniping feature. You can snipe from cords from Pokédex 100 or Pokemon Go cords or any other website, or even from the app. And then also you have the feeds tab, which contains nests, which contain a lot of Pokemon of one type. And then you also have just Pokemon 100 IV, certain IV captures, but the IV captures only work if you're level 30 or above. If you're below level 30, then you cannot do it. And just watch my guide that's up and coming probably in a week or so on how to gain Stardust really, really quick. However, that's really all I have to say. So thank you guys for watching, and this has been Casey signing off.